What's up, ass mongers? I'm McStud.
And I'm Mrs. McStud.
Welcome to Malt Liquor Saturday. Miss McStud's a little chilly, that's why she has her hoodie wrapped around her arms. It is humid as balls out, and it's kind of sticky outside. When you walk into the house, I guess there's a chill to the house, but I think it feels good. I'm in shorts. I do have one problem today. I got fluid in this ear.
How?
I can feel the bass from everything. Like if you farted, it'd rattle my fucking head right now.
How do you?
I don't know. It just does that sometimes.
You didn't
Probably from drainage. Miss McStud gets a delicious Colt 45. I get a subpar King Cobra. Oof. Miss McStud just woke up from a 3.5 hour nap recently, about an hour ago.
Was that only 3.5 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
It's about 4:20 when you
It
actually
was
lay
like
down.
5.
No, it was like 4:20 when you laid down.
Was not awake long. I was probably asleep by the time you got to Meyer.
I
Or
figured.
the liquor store, wherever
Or
you
to
went.
the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss McStud had a long night. Well, we all had a long night, but I got to sleep. She had to work in the morning on 2.5 hours of sleep.
Thought I was going to have to go back in, which would not have been
Oof. Double shift.
pleasant.
No. But I'm glad she got some rest and she looks much better than she did earlier. She was rough. Malt liquor. So it's Saturday. And I was like, what can we possibly talk about today? And I came up with something.
What?
I did. Why do people get shit stuck in their ass and they have to go to the ER for it?
I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't think there's enough knowledge about the human asshole that's openly put out there. Like, especially people get sex toys and shit shoved up their ass and it won't come out. Like, there's a science behind why the ass is like a vacuum. So I looked up a stat. I wanted to know how many people a year got foreign objects stuck up their ass.
Are you lying to me?
No, I swear to God. I looked it up when I was taking a pee. So between 2009 and 2014, just under 18,000 people were at the ER for foreign objects to be removed from their ass. That's not a year-by-year basis, but that's the only stat I could really find about it. And every other Google thing was like, what to do if you get something stuck in your rectum.
I wonder how many of that percent are inmates.
Could be that. Could be just anyone in general, really. Like the idea of, like, we had one guy when we worked at the prison in mental health, he liked to stick oranges up his ass and pop them back out. So he'd be sitting there and an orange just rolled across the fucking rip cell. Like, oh. Then they'd eat it. Pretty gross.
I guess he probably invented eating ass.
But there's a science to why, like, everyone's like, probably think, well, I poop, so things automatically come out my ass. So if something goes up there, it's got to come out like shit does. Not correct. That's not the way the ass works. I'll do my best to explain it to the best of the knowledge when I researched it a long time ago. What? The ass is essentially a vacuum. If you take your dog to the vet, they have to make sure they hold onto this thermometer because a dog's ass will suck a fucking thermometer up there real faster than you can fucking shit your neighbor's dick. What? Yes. So, my question was, people get these dildos and shit stuck up their ass. Why can't you just poop it back out? The problem is your body doesn't treat it as poop. It treats it as a foreign body, and nothing works the way it's supposed to. So it just pulls it back in further. So you think, well, maybe I'll just wait a while. It doesn't work. It's not pushing it out of your body. It just stays there. So then you have to go to the emergency room and explain that one. So, what are we seeing you for today? Well, I got my husband's 22-inch double-sided dildo stuck in my butt. Can you imagine the awkward silence? I mean, these, the people registering, you just have to sit there like, oh, well, that sounds like a dire emergency. We'll get you in as soon as possible. Have a seat. What the fuck do you do there? And then, there's the classic tale of when they're trying to remove something from someone's ass, and it's just right there, so I guess they get the speculum out for the ass. And stretch it out, and it would be a flashlight, and the light's still on, so they open it up, and light comes out from their asshole. I mean, could you imagine like just sitting there like, oh, it's a flashlight. Yeah. And it was on. Sorry if it blinded you. It's one of those 50,000 lumen LEDs. Mag light. Not the little mag light. I'm talking about the 4D battery mag light. The one you can fend attackers off with. I mean, and what really concerns me is like we have the Black Destroyer. It's not used for sexual purposes, but it's it's a comical tool to break out sometimes during videos. But it has balls on it, and they're solid. They don't just curl back. Like there's like a stopping point. If you're shoving something in your ass, you can stop at the balls. I would hope. No, motherfuckers get the balls and all with the suction cup on the end stuck in their ass. Like I watched a video a couple weeks ago. It looked like a C-section. Like cutting someone open. It was a big giant it was way thicker than a destroyer.
Where'd you find this video?
It was on my timeline. I see all kinds of crazy shit on my fucking timeline.
And you watched it?
Well, I thought it was a C-section. I was like, what? They're really showing a birth of a baby? No, it's the birth of a big fat cock.
Why do you want to see a birth of a baby?
I was like, why? It's just weird. I was like, I've never seen a C-section, so I was like, kind of curious.
They're not fun.
It didn't look like it. Then they're pulling his dick out. I'm like, oh my god, that's a ginormous cock stuck in this person's intestines. And then they get to the ball part. I didn't realize that. And they have to sit there and like angle it out
The
to
thing
get the
that's
balls.
most concerning to me is that you watched this whole video.
Because at that point I was intrigued.
Ugh.
I have watched some of the most fucked up shit you could ever imagine. Baby. You name it, I probably watched it. What? Like the One Guy, One Jar. Seen some crazy shit with horses, unfortunately. Seen people beat to death, unfortunately. That's gross. They used to have those VHSs back in the day. Like, the first one's like Faces of Death. And when I was like a teenager, they came out with Traces of Death. There's a whole bunch of nasty shit. I can't watch that shit anymore. At the time, as a kid, you're like, oh, what the fuck? That's some nasty shit. You had to have a parent rent it because you had to be 18 and over. You're like, wow. Then I got older. I'm like, I can't do this. That's some fucked up shit. Fucked up, repugnant shit. So I got the other question I have to pose is, how old were you when you got the first foreign object stuck in your rectum, Miss Mixtape?
I never got a foreign object stuck to my rectum or anywhere else in my body.
Not even like slipped through the toilet paper and your finger
Negative.
jammed in?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Oh. Not even like trying to put a tampon in and you hit the wrong hole?
No.
Wonder if that ever happens.
I have no clue.
Like, say a woman's been using pads her whole life. She's like, I'm going to try the tampon. And she doesn't realize the right hole. And she's like, that feels weird. And then she's still bleeding out.
That'd be a fucking mess.
And then she's like, well, the tampon's in. She pulls it out. It's brown, like a fucking fudge sickle.
Oof.
Yeah. And well, this didn't work.
But it would probably suck it all in.
Well, I don't know. Since it's like cotton, it might just stick there. It dries. I don't know if it would be able to suck that in like that. I could be wrong. But at least you got the string hanging out your ass. It's like one of those dolls. You pull the string and you talk. Like, but it'd probably be more like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You pull like, woohoo! Because you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, God.
What?
I wanted to eat after this. But thanks. It's not going to happen.
Oh, whatever. You know what we're having for... You know what I made today, actually? Chili mac. Steak and shake chili mac. That is a long process of cooking.
Yes.
Yes.
I was supposed to make it, but he did it while I was asleep.
Yes, I did it. I did it. Now, the only thing is, I didn't know how much spaghetti to cook, so we'll probably have to cook the rest of the box of spaghetti, but damn it, spaghetti is deceiving. Not only when you're cooking it, but when you're eating it.
I meant to tell you that to use the whole box, and I also meant to tell you that there's extra chili seasoning in the cabinet.
Oh! Well, I got it done.
Because there was a small box of like 3 or 4 packs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the cabinet.
Hmm.
I don't know how I got a box of it, but whatever. It's there.
Probably for one of our fucked up Walmart orders. Walmart pickup orders.
That might have been when my mom surprised us with groceries.
Oh, you know what? She did give us stuff for chili, I believe, because she gave us tomatoes juice or whatever it is that takes the chili. Yeah, that. But yeah, that was an important part of the topic of discussion tonight. So next question is, Mr. McStud, how was your day?
It's okay.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Borderline amazing?
No.
Sucky?
It's just okay.
Ready to go home fucking kind of day?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. That makes sense.
Do you want to work 8 hours on 2.5 hours sleep?
I've done it before.
I know, it's not fun at all. And not to mention, I walked 6,054 steps at Speedway in 8 hours.
Yeah, man.
2.4 miles.
I've done the whole 12 hours, 16 hours with no sleep before. That's not fun. Because all you do is wait for the day to be over and you get home and you just collapse. Like, I don't want to eat. I don't want nothing to drink. I just want to fucking sleep until the next morning.
That was me.
Yeah.
And I probably could have slept until tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Like, that's some...
Like, it would have been an early morning, but I could have slept until then.
I'm not the best with handling lack of sleep. At one point on one of my jobs, I had to drive almost an hour to work, and I had to be there at 4:30 in the morning. Anyone knows me, it's not easy for me to go to bed early. Ever. Never has been. So I'd be going there, 1 to 2 hours of sleep every night, probably, working the 12 hours. And I had to put these boxes of microwave popcorn in a bigger box and then run it through the tape machine and stack it up. I fell asleep standing up and slept walk across the way. I had this whole fucking immaculate, like I was in another room. And I didn't realize I was asleep until one of the forklifts honked at me. And I looked up, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm all over here. I look back at my table, it's like overflowing boxes of microwave popcorn. Like, son of a bitch.
Maybe you can't work at Speedway.
I just fell asleep standing the fuck up. Oh, that was a trip. Then I had to drive home. That was the hardest part, because I've actually fallen asleep driving a couple times. And that's never a good thing.
Yeah, if you
So
were at Speedway, that wouldn't work.
So I avoid that at all costs. And if I get tired, I will usually pull the fuck over and then take like a cat nap and then continue to wherever the fuck I'm going. Because nothing worse than totaling your car because you fucking fell asleep. But not only that, I could have hurt other people and myself. So that's just I don't like even being in that situation. Yeah, good times. Great oldies. Mrs. McStud. Sleeping Beauty.
I was so tired.
Yeah, you were. I felt horrible because I stayed up all night to make sure she was awake this morning, and I really didn't want to wake you up. I felt bad. And you just...
I wasn't grouchy even.
No, you weren't.
I was just like, I was like...
Funny story, though. She goes to work and her shirt's on backwards.
Supervisor, before I even got to the register, was the store manager, too. She's like, hey, your shirt's on backwards. I was like, oh, shit, hold on. And I started changing it. She goes, whoa. I was like, hey, I got a tank top on.
I want to see the titties. Don't tease me with a
There was
tank top.
nobody in the store.
Well, I
I was
care.
just like, yeah.
Well, let's see.
I was like, so, needless to say, got 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Sorry.
I was trying to think, there's something there that coincides with that whole thing that would work. I don't know if it's from one of the commercials or just a product, but I can't think of it. So that was a failed attempt at a quick, witty sense of humor comment. Yeah. I got an F. F for failure. Wake up, baby. On other news, I'm in dire need of a shower. The humidity's been bad.
Yeah, you have to shower before you lay in bed with me.
Yeah, I'm extremely
Tomorrow
sticky.
you're going to shave your face.
Like, it was one of those days, it was so humid out that your glasses just fog up when you walk outside. I'm like, oof.
It really was like... Did you wake up to the storms this morning?
Yeah, I heard them, but I didn't know what time it was. Like, it woke me up. It was like,
I'm
dang, the storm.
like... It was... What time did I get a break? Like 7:30. It still looked dark out.
Really?
It looked dark again.
Damn.
And it was just... I mean, you could... There was lightning strikes that was crazy in the sky, and then it just started pouring. I'm not talking about just a little bit of rain. I'm talking drenched rain.
Yeah, one of the loud thunder, one of the thunders. It was a loud episode of thunder. And I woke up and I could hear the rain and it sounded there was more thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Like constantly, I was like, "Oh, it's storming." I was like, "But you're not home yet. I don't know what time it is. I'm going back to sleep."
That and then there was another episode of real loud thunder, and
was there 2?
yes,
maybe I
one
heard
was
them.
real early, like at 9 maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one was later when Amanda thought I was blowing up the store.
Oh,
She came out, she's like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "That's thunder."
I don't know if I would have heard the first about at 9. I was pretty ready for sleep at that point. Been up all night drinking. It was time for sleep. I wish you would have got more sleep. I felt horrible for you.
I wish I would have got more sleep too, but I still functioned pretty well for actually 2.5 hours sleep.
That's good. Oh, hey, you got a pair of underwear down here.
Don't.
I'm just kidding. It's a t-shirt.
Oof.
I wouldn't fucking flash your underwear. Are you serious?
Never know.
Well, I put on like a mask. I'm a ninja.
You wear them on your head, so.
I have, yes. I've worn them. I'm not one of those dudes that like loves to put on women's undergarments and lingerie, but just for shits and giggles, I've done some videos in your underwear.
Yes.
Touting the mangina.
Oof.
What? I'm just saying I rock your boy shorts.
Ugh.
I look like a fucking stud.
They have to be the lace ones.
No, they have to be the lace ones. And you gotta do the mangina because there's no room for any junk in the front. They just kind of dangles out the side. Like, well, this is a goddamn mess. Could you imagine like the first time we hooked up and you pull my pants down, I'm wearing some of those. Like,
I probably have to second guess
You're like-
myself.
I can work with this.
No.
Just take those off.
I'd be like, I think I might have an appointment.
At 4 in the morning? Who has an appointment? You've been at the bar all night. What kind of appointment you have at 4 in the morning after you've been drinking?
Well, like, oh no, it's
I'm like,
such
yeah.
and such time in like Greenwood.
I'm like, yeah, you got
Drive.
an appointment with this dick. Settle down, Chief.
Oof.
I used to call Mr. said Chief. I was like, I love you, Chief.
No, you didn't.
Come on, sport. Come on, let's go get him, Tiger. Isn't that right?
No.
Oh, I never called you that? Are you still cold?
Yes.
Oh, why are you cold? Actually, I can hear the air on right now.
I know, I'm freezing.
Why are you freezing?
Because it's fucking cold in here.
Is it cold?
You're a fucking dickhead.
I knew I was going to get that. Yeah, you don't ever put cold hands on Miss Miss. She can put your cold feet or your cold hands all over you. But
That's
Lord,
different. You are always fucking warm.
I'm not always warm.
You are always warm.
I am not
Like,
always
there's
warm.
been like one time, and that was recently, that I was freezing and I tried to put my hands on you and I was like, oh, you're cold.
Well, because I'm human. I have warm blood and a warm heart.
Well, I have no warm heart, so that's probably why my body's always cold.
It's funny because Miss McStud is like the most loving, caring, like, person you could ask to be with. But when she needs to switch to that cold-hearted bitch part, it's like
It's a fucking
Point-
light switch.
0.0002 seconds. Bam! Like, you just said you love me. Now you're fucking yelling at me.
I had to yell at you last night.
You didn't have to yell at me.
Yes, I
You
did.
didn't have to yell at me.
I had to.
You didn't have to.
I'm sick of waiting.
Well, you didn't have to.
And you should be sick of waiting.
I am
and you
sick
know
of
what?
waiting.
Until I put it in your head that way, you need to allow it. So guess what? We're going to call the doctor together on Monday at on lunch. Asshole. Because in order for anything that I say, really, if I'm really angry about something, if I have to say it in a bitchy way, or you don't listen.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Because you're like, oh, that really made her mad. I better do that. And guess what? 90% of the time, it's done the next day.
That's incorrect.
No, it's not.
That's a bold-faced lie.
I like bitch you out, and then bam, it's done. I'm like, oh, that's all right. That wasn't even hard. So I'll come back next time.
Ah! You know what?
Mm.
I was trying to get your facial hair off.
Ew.
What?
You're a meanie.
Your mustache was showing.
Serious.
Just kidding. What are you curling up for? Hey, you know you're always looking for hair ties. There's 2 on your dresser.
Hey, you know what? That's probably because my child hasn't found them.
Oh.
Actually, I'm wearing hers.
Oh yeah, that's right. She gave you one.
Yeah.
She's like, I got you.
Oh, last night when we had the bonfire, it was kind of breezy.
Yeah. So we knew it was going to rain today. We're like, fuck it. We went last minute to go get wood down the road from us because they have an awesome deal, like 6 pieces of wood for $1. And you can get some really big fucking chunks for 6 for $1, which is way better than you can get anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know, whatever. And it was breezy. And this one says, like, are you going to be able to light that fire? I was like, I can light anything. That's what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
But, oof.
Sorry.
But no, I got the fire lit, actually. I even used our old pool cover. We double as a tarp now for firewood, which we didn't last night. But we didn't really have a chance to. But I got the fire lit, and it was just breezy, and the wood cooked. The wood cooked so fast. It burnt so fast because it was so fucking windy. Like, it just fucking incinerated the fucking wood.
I don't even think we got the chairs from out there.
We did.
Because
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yes, I
got
got them.
Run in.
No, I got them.
Oh.
Me and your daughter got them.
Okay.
Yes, we took care of that. Yeah, we got them in, and we had a fire. It was just a long night.
It was a long night.
Now, if that place would have had dry wood today, I would have got some more, because I don't think it's supposed to rain until 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, when I looked at my forecast at like 10 a.m., it was going to rain all the way till I could not see the forecast anymore, like 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not supposed to rain until 4 in the morning now.
Oh, they
but
switched that.
all the wood's wet. So
I told one of my customers today, I was like, I wish that I had a meteorologist job, because she wanted to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
She was in there to buy worms.
Yeah.
She kept asking me all those questions about green worms. I'm like, not my thing. Sorry.
You don't know about the...
I don't know if they like let off fluorescent, like that the fish can see better, or why they're green. Do you know that?
Green worms.
There are green worms, and they're really big green worms, and they're fluorescent green.
Oh, the chubs. We call them chubs.
Oh.
Or grubs, not chubs, grubs. They're larvae of an insect or something.
But they move.
Yeah, they crawl. They're big fucking. They're called grubs. And you ever see someone eat one of those?
No.
They fucking squirt everywhere.
But why do they like attract fish?
A lot of people use those for bait. Yes.
I know that
I don't
because
know
my dad
why.
did. But I don't know the science behind it.
I don't know. I just fish just like them. I don't know why it looks like a good for catching bigger fish.
But anyways, I told her, I was like, I need a meteorologist job because I can be wrong 95% of the time and still get paid.
Right. This is true. My second question is, why would she go to Speedway asking if y'all had grubs? That's like something you get at a bait shop.
Well, she just wanted bait.
Well, yeah,
but we have
night crawlers.
Well, we have 3 different ones. I didn't know this either.
Mealworms?
We have 20 worms. We have, or 15 worms in a container.
Mm-hmm.
We have the green worms, which they're always in a styrofoam container, which I don't understand either.
Oh, you got the chubs or the grubs?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then we have 30 night crawlers. Now, I don't know the fucking difference between a night crawler and a worm.
Worms are smaller. Night crawlers are longer.
Oh, okay.
And bigger. Like we use my uncle always had that anise oil.
Mm-hmm.
Like scent, we'd always pour that on our worms. We were fishing for catfish, bottom fishing.
Yeah.
And then he'd make his little stink bait shit too and throw some of that on there.
Yeah, that's what my dad always
does. Yeah.
She wanted bee moss too.
Oh, well. I've never...
I don't think... I mean, hold on. Isn't bee moss those little white worm-looking things?
They're little bugs with wings, if I'm thinking correctly.
Oh. What's those little white worms that have like 3 segments? And they're always in like cedar.
Mealworms?
Chips.
Yeah, mealworms.
Okay.
They're about
Yeah.
yay long.
Yeah, they're white.
Yeah, those are... you gotta have a small hook for that.
Her and her sister was going fishing.
Oh. They want the grubs though? Shit, what the fuck they fishing for?
She bought a container of all three.
I remember my uncle bought leeches one time to fish with.
Ooh.
He's trying to, like, I would refuse, like, you can put that on my hook, I ain't fucking touching that bitch. I was a kid, like, and he's over there, like, trying to, he actually had a pair of those pliers you get to get hooks out of the fish mouth. He was using that to fucking hook. I was like, yeah, I ain't touching that fucking leech, you're fucking crazy. Like, what are we fishing for with leeches? I can't even remember what the fuck we're fishing for. I was like, I ain't fucking, nope.
I ain't touching that.
Nope. I'll put anything else on that fucking hook, but not goddamn leech. Now we bought shad too, like a fish, little tiny fish. Like we're fishing for some big motherfuckers because those aren't small fish.
Right.
Yeah, we've used those before too.
Did you guys catch anything on them?
He did. I don't think I ever did. Not that. I mean, I had like a basic reel at the time and pole. I don't think my pole would have handled whatever the fuck that would have caught. Well, until I was, a teenager, I guess you got the better poles and reels and shit. But yeah, and I remember we went to Minnesota and we were on this pontoon on one of the lakes, and one of the kids on their kid's pole caught something, and one of the adults had to take it, and it was actually pulling the boat, and we had to try to move the boat. We never got it, but whatever they caught, it broke the line. Yeah, it was actually pulling the boat. We had to sit there and try to move the boat to keep up with it. Just because it's just kids line. Yeah. Wasn't even no strong line. Didn't expect that one. I never caught nothing there, but we were in a cabin right by the lake. And there was someone else out in the lake, but when you get in the lake, there's like leeches in it. I'm like, nah. Nope, not doing that either, because you can see them. Like, nah, nope. I am not swimming in this bitch. Don't need to come out with a leech on my dick.
You don't like being like in any type of pain though.
No, I don't mind swimming in lakes and shit, but fuck, I don't want no damn leech on me.
No, but you don't want you wouldn't swim with anything that would inflict any kind of pain.
Not particularly, no.
Because like bees or anything, like you run like a little
fucking
pussy.
Hate bees. I hate bees. I hate being stung. It's worse than a goddamn. I'd rather get a shot.
He's worse than me when he sees a bee. He's like, ah!
I'll get tattoos. I'll do the piercings, but don't fucking sting me with a bee. I hate wasp stings. So they hurt like a motherfucker.
I've never been stung by a wasp.
Oh, it's bad. And they can keep stinging. Hornets keep stinging too.
A bee is like stinging dead, right?
A honeybee, the stinger usually pulls out after they sting. Sometimes you gotta remove them. Mm-hmm. And then there's the other shit that the stinger doesn't come out. Like hornets will fucking poke you. Wasp will do the same fucking shit. That's why I was trying to kill that motherfucker out there.
Yeah, that thing looked ugly.
Ugh, yeah, not cool.
They sting with their tail, right?
Yeah, they all sting with their tail. Yeah,
because it comes down to a point.
Yep. And if you watch it while it's sitting there, you can see it like it's using its ass. I don't know what, like it's mad at the fucking wood or what, but no, thank you. Anyways, happy Malt Liquor Saturday. There's some stuff needs to eat.
I need to eat. I haven't ate all day. I'm not really hungry.
But you need to eat.
I'm not hungry now.
Oh, we will catch you bitches tomorrow for Malt Liquor Sunday, right?
Yep.
That's right. Deuces, bitches. Oh, fuck your mother in the ass.